Hi, everybody. I'm at Day of Days 2022 with Dan Feuerriegel and Camila Banus.
Hey.
And it's so good to see Camila. It's been several years, which is shocking. And Dan and I have not met, which is even more shocking. But Dan, you're doing such a great job as EJ. We got to give him props for coming into that role.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you're EJ now?
Yes, I very much do. I feel like my personality, me. I'm EJ. Obviously I'm not what James did because it's a completely different person. But now I'm much more comfortable and very very happy with how it's going so far. I think.
Just in case. Fans love it.
Until tomorrow.
Yes, until tomorrow, until the next episode airs, and yeah, it's been fun, guys.
Yeah. Camila, so it's always fun to track what Gabby's up to next. They never cease to find something for you to, either a man or another man or business or.
Something fiery and fun, something exciting, something law-breaking, something wrong, maybe. Gabby's just that kind of person.
So what did you think when they were going to bring Stefan and resurrect him? And when did you find that out?
When I found out, I almost lost my pants. I was like, what the hell is going on here? We're bringing him.
Like literally.
For real. I was like, we're doing this now. Okay. But no, it was just like kind of came out of left field. When Brandon and I found out, we were just like, wait, what? But then, it's kind of like the situation of give them what they want. I mean, for so long, people have been asking for Stabby, for us to actually be a couple, because we were a couple for what, like 10 minutes? And then he died.
It was Stabby, Dan. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted Dan to know that they were #Stabby.
Well, the worst part is that the other one is Jabby, so you're going to get jabbed or stabbed. It's one of the two. But yeah.
So do you think she's hoping she wants?
I mean, obviously she's hoping. That was the person she, was in love with. She has desired for him to be alive for so many years, for so much time, that it's here and now all of a sudden he hates her. What the heck is going on? So I just love that. I love that that was what was brought in for this storyline. It was a huge wrench in it, and it's what it needed, because it's what makes it interesting and dynamic. And it would have been so boring. Just, oh, you're back. I love you. Hee.
Did you ever do a storyline where you were being stabbed and jabbed at the same time?
That's coming up.
Well, I just got
Literally.
Well, Rolf just stabbed me with a needle. So yes, we're there.
Okay,
we're there.
We are there.
We're there.
We're there. There is Stabby Jabby coming up. Dan, explain to the audience the Ava EJ situation, because I think it's very complicated. And how do you see it?
Let's see. Okay, so obviously a lot of my intention is to get control of the company. Now, I am very, very suspicious of what happened with Ava and Jake and them being married, and now she has his shares, and of course I'm now going to try and play chess and get those shares, and so a lot of suspicion, pretending to be a friend, everything like that. And then, of course, she gets involved with my son, so, of course. And and now, I think what's aired is I've discovered that she lied about everything in cahoots with Gabby, with you. And, and so I kick her out, and now she gets back at me because she's a mafia princess, kidnaps my mother. So I then, of course, in the natural scheme of things, I kidnap her son, and I believe that's where we are right now. And it's
There's a clown, which is Xander.
Yes, there's a clown. It's Halloween.
But there's a twist coming.
There is a twist coming.
Are you telling me that Ava and EJ are going to hook up?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sometimes with EJ, those intense evil things, like he just loves that.
I do like it very much. I mean, yes.
Come on,
EJ
I do.
does, yes, EJ does. Yes. Yeah. I mean, there is every possibility of that. Like, I could definitely see that going in that direction, or it might go in a completely. She is, but EJ likes that. Like, he had a very, very fiery relationship with Sami, so that was one of the big things I was talking about when I first got the role. Was like they thrive on that kind of dysfunction, and I think that is just part of EJ's personality and EJ's life. So this and Ava, that is dysfunction, and so yeah, there's every possibility we go in that. Yeah, exactly.
So Li and Gabby. So does she not know how manipulative he is either?
Talk about dysfunction. You know, Gabby with Lee is such an interesting dynamic because I feel like those relationships where you've had enough. You want to find the right person, and then somebody comes along, and because you've had enough, you kind of like see past a few things that may have bothered you in the past. You know, because you're just kind of like, do I have to start over? This person's here. They're nice. They're kind to me. I'm attracted to them. You know, there's a couple of factors, and maybe it's a little bit creepy in some things, but we're gonna look past that, you know. And I think that's the situation with Gabby. She's so sick and tired of being heartbroken, not having a partner in life. And here's a guy that understands every single business desire that she has, that is gonna get her possibly there.
How many weddings have gone wrong for her? Have you counted?
I think I'm on 5 now, 4 or 5.
I think there's 4.
Okay, we're there. We're there.
Have you had how many weddings?
Me personally,
Dan. Dan's had 4 weddings.
yeah, and a few.
Match Camila.
As in, like, so by personally, I meant like when I've joined the show. Nothing since I've joined the show, but I'm sure EJ's had a few. I think it was married to Nicole twice, I think. Sami, I don't know how many times. 90 times, all right. Was there anywhere, who else? You probably know more than I do.
I think it was basically
Sami and Nicole. Yeah.
He's not really the married. He doesn't like.
Well, I mean, it's like
He has affairs.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hilarious where EJ is all about family and loyalty, and then he'll go and cheat, but then he would justify it because, no, you two weren't married, so that's okay. I can do that. Like, there's this kind of weird morals and ethics in his mind of when it's okay and when it's not. And so there is a lot of hypocrisy with EJ.
Show must go on. Yep, they're gonna be the next episode, buddy. So.
Is it hard for you guys? You guys are 6 months ahead?
Yes.
So do you still have trouble? I mean, Camila and I used to talk about this, just the tracking of the story for you guys. Especially when you're doing press, you got to like go backward, right?
Yeah, well, we were talking about it earlier. I was kind of afraid just in general because
Just say anything.
to say anything, one, and then also, I don't remember what we shot 6 months ago. So I was telling the publicity, I was like, hey, what is it that's airing at this moment that I can actually speak on? Because we are shooting so fast and we're pumping out so many episodes. It's hard to keep track.
Absolutely. When somebody reminds me, I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of remember what's kind of happened in that time. But for me, actually, right now is like how we're shooting. It's so all over the place. It's not in continuity. Yeah, it's not linear, exactly. And so there are times where I come in and like, what? And the producers have to come in and go, okay, this has just happened, this has just happened, this has just happened. And you're like, oh, okay. And so that's more difficult for me than going back and going, okay, I remember that story. Like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. Because once somebody kind of reminds me a little bit, I'll remember in a way of kind of what, triggers. I kind of have an idea of like, oh, okay, I think this is what happened, this is what happened. A few little things I'll miss out on, but...
I did want to give you props on the whole, when James Reed was shot, when Clyde was shot, and there was the revenge, and you with Billy Flynn in the scenes with Chad. Was that nice to work that way as brothers in the scene where it wasn't confrontational, but they actually had a moment of bonding and they were there for each other?
Yeah, I love playing those roles as well. I love playing kind of like the little sadistic kind of thing. It's just a lot of fun because it's so far from my personality, and that's why I just love doing it. And it's always like, because every single brother or family member I've had on the show so far is always drama. I mean, it's a soap opera, so it has to happen. And so whenever we're working together, like genuinely working together, where we're not trying to like manipulate each other, it's a lot of fun. So I love working with Billy. I'm always laughing with Billy, and that was a lot of fun doing that sort of stuff.
And for the fans, we should say coming up for Gabby is going to be...
Coming up for Gabby is going to be probably another rough wedding. You know, she weddings and her.
Are the dresses good?
The dress is fabulous.
Did you help pick it out?
Hair is fabulous. I have to tell you, I was inspired by J-Lo in her last wedding, and I was like, look, mommy, that hairdo is what Gabby's gonna do.
Almost as much as Sami and
I'm
EJ.
trying to keep up with J-Lo. That's what I'm trying to get all the rings. You know what I'm saying?
So you were like, you want to do the J-Lo look.
Yeah, I wanted to do the J-Lo look. I'm trying to just be fully ringed out. But yeah, definitely some drama at a wedding for Gabby.
Thank you so much. Camila, so great to see you. Dan, so great to meet you. Watch them on Days of Our Lives streaming on Peacock weekdays. Thank you.